at the end of the day. But yeah, I'm just on a mission right now. I'm on like a real mission. And I can't ever say it's a solo mission because I know I have the world as my library, or I have key people in my life that aid a service to me, that ultimately does help me. But in the end, it is up to me to chef and bring all of those things together, to make one ultimate recipe. You know what I'm saying? And in order to do that, like I told you guys before, silencing the noise or dimming the shit down, positioning yourself and being aligned with yourself and being healthy and all of that shit matters. Like I'm doing more workouts now. I take my vitamins all the time, but I'm trying to eat less now because there's a lot of bullshit in the food. You know what I'm saying? So we're cooking more, but we're also eating less to save more and to just be more, fit and on time. And I love it. I love it. And I love trees too. That's the hard part about this shit, is that I actually love trees. But, it's like the money that goes into the wind. It just, nah, man. Like, I gotta be more disciplined. You know what I'm saying? And coming from me that has done so much already in the art, it's like what I mean by discipline. Like, I got other goals. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could probably save up for a house or a better car or vacations. You know what I mean? To see the world, to then rap about, more fly shit. You know what I'm saying? So I think just in my 30s, I'm 32 right now. So me trying to set up, my 40s a certain way with everything I got going on, it takes moments like these where I'm talking to my phone, just venting about life, what I'm going through, and just kind of figuring out how that'll help me in the long run with YouTube. You know what I'm saying? With the shorts, or with just, you know what I'm saying? Building a community that ultimately, of course, I could benefit from. But if I could trade energy and wisdom and excitement to your day, if I could add the value like that to you, the same way how I'm watching people, whether they got crazy lights or they got no lights, they're just in their car and the car light is all they got, but they talking to somebody out there. They're talking to me because I'm tapped in on what they gotta say and how they say it, and there's certain catchphrases and all of that I'm still trying to work on and build on because it's new to me still as like doing visual content. But that's what I want to add to the game. You know what I'm saying? For financial reasons, for building community reasons, and creatively with content, just, it can't just stop to a song. You know what I'm saying? That format is kind of over with now. Like, you gotta show personality. You gotta, showcase the little things about you that people, fan out about. And if I could make people love me for me, I feel like when I drop the music, it'll resonate even more because like the things that's connected in my life, that's connected to the music. Like, you'll piece it up when you just look at me, when you see it for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So that's why the visual content is needed. You know what I mean? It's key. You feel me? Yeah, man. And I'm gonna try to just show up for you guys. I don't have a schedule. You know what I mean? I should make one, but a lot of this is just trial and error. So I'm gonna just try to just keep going for it, keep gunning for it. You know what I mean? And we'll see how that works out. It's a lot of work after this too, because I gotta clip it up and do the whole nine. But nah, man, I love you guys. I love you guys. You know what I'm saying? And for those that show up, Check out Falcon Punch. It is now on all streams. You feel me? Paint the Sky is now fully on YouTube. Short story video on YouTube and on SoundCloud for the full song. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, I'm trying to tell you something, man. If you made it this far in the video, this is the gem. Is that when you have intense focus on something, that level of greatness is also going to attract the opposite level of it. And I feel like it was just a test to see if you're worthy of that said greatness. This shit ain't got nothing to do with online shenanigans. Like, we know when you put shit out, you know, online, then online shit go online. You know what I mean? That we get that. Trolls, bots, people that are bots, people that are hateful. You're gonna get that. You know what I mean? But when it's real life, like I'm talking about, like you wake up in the morning, you get ready for work, you go to work, and then somebody cuts you off in traffic, or it's a semi coming out of nowhere, and they're like, and you're like, oh shit, like, and you just have a moment where you just, like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Like, yo, I just left my crib. You know what I'm saying? Even if you was in the right on the road, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if you did everything right, indicated and all of that, or, you know, you allow people to go, whatever, you know, like share the road with other drivers. Y'all, you niggas that be driving, yo, I swear to God, like, y'all need to have patience out here. You know, and maybe that's rich coming from me, because there is times where I race motherfuckers too. I ain't even gonna hold you. Like, even earlier today, like, you know, me and my lady, we went to Target, and then when we pulled up to the light, coming back from Target, when we pulled up to the light, you know, we on 13, and goddamn, the dude preemptively tried to, like, once the light turned from yellow, no, when it was red for a minute, but the other light turned yellow, he was thinking that the light in front of us was gonna be green. So he kind of like was like already flooring it over the line, but it never turned. And I kind of know some of the traffic lights, because like they be hesitant. But even in that moment, if let's say they all on point, like how I was, he played his hand, or he tried to just get over on everybody that was waiting patiently. You feel me? And it's not like, you know, it was the end of the world, or where it's like, nah, fuck being patient. Like, you got to get to where you got to get to. You know, he preemptively, you know, went over the line, and it wasn't the time. And then right as he tried to buckle, it switched green, and I was like, and you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, was gone. And my lady in the passenger, so, you know, you get points for that when you actually pull that shit off. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you get some points, you know what I'm saying? So it was kind of like, then she kind of laughed at him too, or whoever it was driving, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, you could only imagine if, like, they loved one, or whoever was in the car was with him, and then you just see a little four-cylinder just speed by on your ass. You know what I'm saying? Because you're really a V6 for real, and that's kind of crazy. You feel me? That's kind of crazy. But it's not so much the car, it's the driver. You understand? It's the driver. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, yo, it was like everything in the world. Something that I kept so quiet. It was like everything was just aware that I was up to something. Everything. Even people. You know, even close ones of mine was showing certain signs of like, yo, what the fuck is that about? Like, why are we doing that right now? Like, I've known you for like how long? Like, what's going on? But I prevailed. You know what I'm saying? Like, once again, like, knowing when to react to something, and knowing that not reacting to something is the reaction, you know, sometimes needed. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why, you know, when it comes to being online, you gotta be careful what you put out there, because people are watching, you know, possibly with hateful intent, harmful intent, which is unfortunate, because I tell them, bozos, get money and live your life. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't want to see you living yours, you know what I mean? Because you got shit going on, and it just remind them where they at in life, and It's like, yo, dog, like I can't minimize me to make you feel better. You know what I mean? And in turn, you believe that that's a real friendship. Like, that's not how this shit goes. And I'm one to tell you, and I always tell people, like, I'm really Batman out here. Like, I'm really Rorschach out here. Like, I don't have to have an audience or an entourage or friends, period. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been my best friend with, what, I got like 8, 10 personalities right now or some shit. You know what I'm saying? I be talking to them before I congregate with anybody. You know, and then before y'all, it's my lady, it's the queen. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, like, my mental fortitude is just different. How I approach life is just different. But peep the signs, man. From the dreams to how your day starts to the things that are in certain people throughout your day. The things they say, like the things people say in my ears, like it's like shit just get too loud. Or I'm like, yo, like he said that shit chill, but it was like, yo, that shit was like super sensitive. Like, what the fuck is that about? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I don't know, like, just peep game. You know what I'm saying? Really, really peep game. Study movements out here. Be passionate, be brave. It's okay to be scared or nervous, you know what I'm saying? But don't allow that to consume you to where you're paralyzed in fear. Oh, because this is what I wanted to say. And I be so all over the place, but this is also what I wanted to say, is that, you know, the world watched Drake, you know, face a crazy industry takedown, will be a nice, polite way of saying it. But hear me out. A lot of you artists that don't even have half the catalog that man has, whether you call it mid or not, y'all couldn't even survive at all. Like, yeah, like the fact that Drake has a fan base that's multi-layered based off the palette of versatility that he holds, he's able to sustain despite people kicking his back in. And that says a lot to the labor that he's put into the game, that people want to act like, you know, it's not there or something, which is just so weird. It's like motherfuckers hate winners. Like, when did that become a trend? And I get it, you know, like, maybe Drake did some off-the-wall shit to where he stopped niggas' records from coming out, or it's big bank, take little bank. Like, I get the business shit could be shaky, you know? But I'm just saying it from a standpoint of, shit, I get shit like that. When niggas see me winning, they don't be quick to show love or show up or support. You understand? Like, niggas been getting that. Been feeling like that. And we had to move past that in order to, you know, achieve greatness. So I just felt like, yo, like, even the Drake, like, don't fall victim to, like, cultural peer pressure or peer pressure in general, bro. That shit is made up. It's an unspoken contract that no one wrote, no one signed. Everyone's just playing pretend. You know what I'm saying? And granted, I took shots at you, but it was out of the game. It was out of the sport. I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like if you did have an MC like me on your squad, like, even if they kicked my ass, right? At least I put an effort out there. I just felt like, you know, it was just weak sauce from all of the niggas that you helped. They ain't even put no efforts out there. They probably, hopefully, checked in with you in private. But that's just weak sauce, man. Like, hop in the game, hop in the ring. You know, it's kind of cool to have the movie of, oh, it's Thanos and it's versus the Avengers in the world. And, you know, it's just one man versus everybody. Like, I get it. I even got a whole one man army flow going on myself. But, you know, even Batman needs help. You know what I'm saying? Even Superman needs help. And for the people that helped me to make Falcon Punch, I owe a great service to them in life. Period. You understand? And I allowed my ego that people like to talk about, like as if we don't have egos in this game. We do. But I allowed myself to forever be a student of the game and just listen, just pay attention, hear people out, hear people that are honest about their takes too. Like, don't just say bullshit like, get rid of somebody because of volume. What? You're a hater. You know what I'm saying? Like, where was the construction in that? Especially when my ears is hearing volume at a nice pace and space. Like, tell me, is it a section that was off or a timing thing? Like, just be more intricate with the details. But when you say shit like as if you know what the fuck you're talking about, like as if you know how to rhyme or you know how to put a song together, let alone hear a hit. Like, come on, man, cut it out, man. Like, y'all are just more to the divine. And it may sound like magic to people that don't believe, but honest to God, like, that's what kept me alive this whole time for 32 years. You know what I'm saying? So who am I to go against the very same thing that saved my life and is currently saving my life? I don't know what Falcon Punch will do for me in life. I know it's a slap. I know it's a bop. I know it's a nuke. I know it's out of here. When I share it to people, like, I just be trying to figure out where they at with it. Like, how do they view it? You know what I mean? But it's like, people be even too timid to tell you how great you are. And it's like, damn, like, it can't be like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta pour into me. That's the only way I'm gonna pour more into you. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a synergy thing. You know what I mean? Once I feel like we're not in sync or in harmony, like, I'll just turn off the fucking faucet. You heard? Respectfully, I'll just turn that shit off, and you'll just have to watch me from my phone talking to it on YouTube or Instagram, wherever I decide to post. And it's sad because you have my direct line where you could have had exclusive access to energy that you could have, went to the gym with, or you could have motivated yourself with, or, you know what I mean? You could have just bossed yourself up and equip your mentality. But instead, you choose the other side of the force, and I'm not here to be someone's teacher. You know what I mean? Like, you got to learn your own lessons on your own time, buddy, on your own frequency, the same way how everybody else has to. You know what I'm saying? Whether they believe in it or not. So, 2025, let's rock, let's roll. Big as the who, big as the what. Nowadays, got me out making plays, risked it all for the love of the game. And they wonder why I keep gunning for the top, because I like to show off. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Blaine Bent, aka Bravo Picasso. And we just dropped a classic, a nuke, a finisher. Falcon Punch! You feel me? You feel me? Falcon Punch on all streams. Make sure you go cop that. Make sure you go stream that. Tell people about it. Pretty soon, this is only exclusive for me for right now, but pretty soon I will be throughout the year creating more merch ideas and stuff like that. And yeah, man, we'll just see where it goes. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna stay too long. I feel like I held y'all up for a hot minute. I love you guys. Be safe out there. And till next time.